Hey everyone, welcome to SideQuest English, the podcast where we step away from the boring textbooks to explore fascinating topics, one random deep dive at a time. Today, we are looking at our favorite meals from when we were children and the big question of cooking at home versus eating at a restaurant, and finally some very strange food combinations that actually taste amazing.
Yeah, exactly. And our mission today is for you, the listener, to understand a few things. We want to know why we love certain foods so much, and how you can save time and save money when you eat. And finally, how to have a lot of fun in the kitchen.
Right. We want to learn how to enjoy our food and our kitchens. So let us start with the first topic, childhood meals.
Yes, food from when we were young.
We read a lot of sources for this deep dive,
Yeah.
and they all talk about a very strong feeling. The feeling is called nostalgia.
Nostalgia, right?
Yeah. It is the happy feeling of remembering the past, remembering a safe time. But I really want to know the science. Why does food make us feel this way?
Well, the answer is in the brain, the human brain. Think about your nose.
Okay, my nose.
When you cook, tiny pieces of the food go into the air, and they go into your nose. Inside your nose, you have special nerves. These nerves send a message straight to your brain.
Straight to the brain.
Right.
Well-
They do not go just anywhere. The smell message goes to a place right next to your memory.
Oh, wow. So the nose and the memory are neighbors. They share a wall in the brain?
Exactly. When you see something, the message takes a long path. But smell is a very fast road. Early humans needed to smell danger quickly, or, smell bad food.
That makes sense.
So because the path is short, a smell can pull a memory out of your brain in just 1 second.
Right. And when we are children, our brains are very new. Every smell is a new smell. So the brain writes these memories very strongly.
Yes, it does.
And this creates comfort food. It is food that makes you feel safe because the brain remembers being a safe child.
Yeah, the brain connects the flavor to that safe feeling. And the food is usually very simple. Children do not like complex flavors. They like fat, salt, and sugar.
Very true. Let us look at an example. My favorite childhood food was garlic butter noodles.
Oh, I love those.
Right. It was just hot, plain pasta. You put a big piece of butter on it, and the butter melts. Then you add cheap, dry Parmesan cheese from a plastic bottle.
Yes, very salty.
Exactly. The cheese is very salty, the butter is pure fat, and the pasta is warm energy. As a child, it was perfect. It felt very safe.
That is a perfect comfort food. It has fat and salt. Your body wants that for energy, but you do not eat it exactly like that today, right?
No, I do not. I am an adult now, so I take that simple memory and I change it. I still use pasta and butter,
Okay.
but now I add real garlic. I cook it slowly, and I add fresh green parsley, and I squeeze fresh lemon juice on top.
Wait, lemon juice? Why do you add sour lemon? Your child self would hate that.
Because adult life is complex. The plain butter is too heavy for me now. The sour lemon cleans my mouth. It cuts the heavy fat.
I see.
It makes the food interesting. I still get the safe feeling of the butter and pasta, but I also get the strong flavors from my adult brain.
That is great. You are building a bridge between the past and the present. You keep the memory, but you update the recipe.
Yeah, exactly.
Another story from our reading shows this very well. It is about a meal called Beanie Weenies.
Oh yes, Beanie Weenies. It is a funny name.
It is very funny. It is just hot dogs cut into small pieces, and they are mixed with sweet baked beans. But the history of this food is very serious. It started in the military.
Oh wow, tell us the history.
Well, a long time ago, the army needed food that would not go bad for the soldiers. So they put beans and meat into metal cans. The food was safe for months in the hot sun.
Right.
In our reading, a writer talks about her father. He drove a big army tank. He ate this food from a can. He made the can hot by putting it on the hot engine of his tank.
Wait, on the tank engine?
Yes, it was cheap, fast survival food.
That is crazy.
But the story changes when the father comes home. His wife was working late. He had to cook dinner for his young daughters. And he did not know how to cook fancy food.
So he remembered the beans and the hot dogs.
Yes. He cooked them in a pot on the stove.
This is the really important part. For the father, it was cheap army food. But for the little girls, it was not cheap. It was a hot dinner made by their dad.
Exactly. He was tired, but he cooked for them. Today, when the writer eats Beanie Weenies, she tastes her father cooking in the kitchen. She tastes love.
The feeling of love is stronger than the ingredients. The brain records the safety, not the cheap cost of the beans.
Yes, this is true for many family meals. Think about another food from our reading. baked macaroni and cheese?
Oh man, not the quick kind from a paper box. This is the real kind, the kind a grandmother makes on a Sunday.
Yes. So what makes the grandmother's recipe so strong in the memory?
I think it is the time. It takes a long time. She makes a thick sauce with milk and butter and cheese. She puts it in the hot oven.
Right.
The top gets brown and crispy, but it is not just the taste. It is the waiting. The smell fills the whole house for 2 hours.
Oh, 2 hours is a long time to wait.
Yes. The smell tells the brain family is coming, Sunday dinner is starting.
The browning on the top is actually a chemical change too.
Yeah.
The heat changes the sugar in the cheese. It makes many new flavors. But you are right. The waiting builds the memory before you even eat.
Yeah. But we talk a lot about family food. One of our sources talks about a very different kind of food.
Which one?
School cafeteria food. The big room where children eat at school. This food is not made with love by a grandmother. It is made by machines.
Right, for hundreds of children at once.
Yeah.
But adults still feel deep nostalgia for it. Why is that?
Well, the sources talked about the square school pizza. It was a strange shape. It was square, so it fits on square metal trays.
Ah, that makes sense.
And the cheese was cheap. The tomato sauce was very sweet. But people love remembering it because of what the pizza meant.
What did it mean?
Friday. At many schools, Friday was pizza day. The square pizza was like a calendar. When a child saw it, their brain knew the week was finished.
Oh, the weekend was coming.
Yes. 2 days of playing and freedom. So the pizza tastes like freedom.
That is a great point. And, do you remember the French toast sticks from the reading?
Yes.
French toast is usually bread cooked with egg and milk. You eat it with a fork. But the school cut them into long sticks.
So you could hold them in your hand, you dip them in sweet syrup, felt like a rule was broken. It was just very fun.
It was fun. So food is like a time machine.
Yeah.
It takes us back to our fathers, grandmothers, and school days. But food is also a map. It connects us to whole countries.
Yes. The reading discussed a famous food from the country of Iran. It is a Persian stew called gourmet sabzi, a thick, warm soup.
So how does this stew act like a map?
It has a very specific smell. It uses meat and green herbs. But the secret is dried Persian limes, small green lemons.
Yep.
People leave them in the hot sun for a long time. They turn hard and brown. The sun changes the flavor. They become very sour. You put the hard lemons into the soup.
Wow. So when a Persian person smells those dried limes, they remember a long history. They connect to the sun in their country. The smell is their identity.
Yes. Food is like a photo album you can eat. But reading these stories made me worry.
Why did it make you worry?
Well, grandmothers do not live forever. Fathers grow old. If food is so important to our memory, how can we make sure we do not lose these family recipes?
This is a major problem. We think we will remember, but we just forget. The solution is simple. You must write the recipes down.
But the sources say writing the ingredients is not enough. If I write, 1 cup of milk, that does not save the memory. It only saves the math.
You are exactly right. You must write the story down.
That story.
Yes. When you watch your grandmother cook, look at her. Does she use a favorite blue bowl? Write that down. Does she sing a song? Write that down. Write about how the house smells.
So we have to write a small book, not just a list.
Yes, because 20 years from now, the story will bring the person back into the room with you. Put these stories in a special recipe box or a digital file on the computer. Do not let the history vanish.
I love that. I will definitely do this. But, this brings us to a hard reality.
What is that?
Well, when we grow up, nobody cooks our childhood meals for us anymore. We are adults. We work long jobs. So every night, we have a choice.
Right.
Do we cook it ourselves, or do we order food from a restaurant?
That is the big question.
Yeah?
And for many years, money experts told us a strict rule. The rule was cooking at home is always cheaper than eating out.
Yes, my parents told me that. But is this still true today? We read new data today from the year 2025.
Let us look closely at the math. The data says an average home-cooked meal costs about $4.31 for the raw ingredients.
$4.31. That is very low. A restaurant meal is never $4, so the old rule is right. Home is cheaper.
Wait. You are only counting the food. You are forgetting a very expensive ingredient.
What ingredient?
Your time. The new research calculates the value of human time. Let us think about cooking from zero. We call this scratch cooking.
Okay.
First, you plan the meal. You drive your car to the supermarket, you walk through the store, you pay, you drive home.
That is already 1 hour.
Then you start cooking. You wash vegetables, you chop them, you cook the meat. And after you eat, you must wash the sticky pots and plates. The data shows this takes about 2 hours of your day.
Okay, 2 hours. But how does that equal money?
Well, in 2025, the average worker earns about $36 for 1 hour of work. Your time has a value. If you spend 2 hours in the kitchen, that is 2 times 36. That is $72.
Oh, wow.
But let us just count 1 hour of hard physical work. That is $36.
So I add the $36 of time to the $4 of food.
Yes. The true cost of that meal is over $31.
But I have to stop you there. I have a problem with this math.
Wow.
Because I do not work 24 hours a day. If I do not cook dinner, I am not earning $36. I am probably sitting on my sofa watching television. My boss does not pay me to watch television. So my time at home is worth $0. The math is a trick.
That is a very smart point. It is true your boss is not paying you. But economists call this opportunity cost.
Opportunity cost.
Yes. Your rest time has high value. If you use all your evening energy standing in a hot kitchen, you become very tired. Your free time is your battery.
My battery, okay.
If cooking drains your battery, you pay a high price. You pay with your health and your energy. The next day at work, you are too tired to do a good job.
That makes sense. I understand now. My rest has value. So if cooking from zero costs over $31 in time and energy, what about food delivery?
Food delivery is when you use an app on your phone. A driver brings the food to your door. We know these apps charge extra fees.
Yes, very high fees.
The fees make the food 40 to 60% more expensive. The data says an average delivery meal costs about $15.50.
$15.50.
But think about the time cost. How long does it take you to order?
5 minutes, I tap my phone, I sit on my sofa and rest my battery. When the food comes, I eat. There are no pots to wash.
Exactly. The time cost is almost zero. So you pay $15.50 total. If you cook from zero, the real cost is over $31. So delivery might actually seem cheaper if you look at time.
That is crazy. So should we just order pizza every night?
No,
Yeah.
that is very dangerous.
Why? It saves my time.
Because restaurant food uses a lot of hidden salt and cheap oil. It's bad for your health. And $15 a day is over $5,600 a year. It will destroy your bank account.
So we are trapped. Cooking from zero drains my energy. Delivery drains my health and my money.
We are not trapped. The research gives us a winning strategy. The secret is batch cooking.
Batch cooking. Okay, a batch is a large group of things.
Yes, batch cooking means you cook a lot of food at once. You make 10 portions of food on one day, like a giant pot of stew.
10 portions.
Yes, you still spend 2 hours cooking and washing pots.
Yeah.
But you divide that time by 10 meals. You eat 1 meal. You put the other 9 meals in glass boxes in your refrigerator.
So on Tuesday night, when I am tired, I do not cook. I take a glass box, make it hot, and eat. It takes 3 minutes. My time cost is zero.
Correct. The data shows that batch cooking drops the cost to only $2.50 a meal. It saves nearly $1,800 a year.
That is amazing. And there are hidden costs we save too, like food waste.
Yes, food waste is terrible, especially for single people.
I know this well. You buy a large bag of spinach, you eat a little bit, then you work late the next day. And what happens? The spinach turns into dark green liquid. It smells bad. You throw in the garbage. You are throwing money in the trash.
The data says single people throw away over $400 of bad food a year. But batch cooking fixes this. You cook the whole bag of spinach into your big pot of soup immediately. Nothing rots, you save that money.
And cooking uses electricity and gas too. If you batch cook, you only use the oven heat once for the whole week. So batch cooking saves food money, time money, trash money, and energy money. It is the ultimate winner. Ordering delivery is like taking a taxi. Cooking every meal from zero is like building your own car. But batch cooking is like taking the bus. It is smart, cheap, and gets the job done.
That is a perfect way to explain it. Taking the bus. And you know, cooking is not just about money. It is very good for the mind.
Wait, you said earlier that cooking drains our mental battery.
Cooking in a rush drains your battery. But slow cooking is mindful.
Mindful, meaning you are completely in the present moment.
Exactly. Many adults have rumination. Rumination is a circle of bad thoughts. You make a mistake at work, and you think about it again and again.
Yes, that causes deep stress. So how does cooking stop rumination?
Cooking forces you to focus. If you are cutting a hard carrot with a sharp knife, you must look at your fingers. If you think about your work mistake, you will cut your hand. The knife demands your attention.
Oh, wow. The danger brings you into the present moment.
Yes. And you hear the loud oil in the pan. You smell the garlic. Your brain has no room for the bad thoughts. It makes you calm.
I see. But I have to push back on one thing.
Okay, what is it?
Batch cooking means eating leftovers. Isn't it boring to eat the same leftovers every day? My tongue gets completely bored.
This is a real challenge.
Yeah.
But when you cook at home, you have total control. You can change your leftovers by adding new, crazy flavors. You can experiment in your kitchen.
You can play with the food. And this leads us to the final part of our deep dive. We're going to talk about weird food combinations.
Yes, this is where eating becomes an adventure.
I love this part. Mixing foods that sound terrible together but actually taste amazing. But first, explain the simple science. Why do we like weird flavors? Why do we mix sweet and sour or sweet and salty?
It is about the human tongue. Your tongue has tiny bumps. We have different bumps for sweet, salty, sour, and bitter foods. But the tongue has a weakness. It gets bored very fast. If you eat a bowl of pure sugar, the first bite is amazing, but by the 10th bite, the sweet bumps are tired. The food becomes boring.
I hate when that happens.
But if you mix opposite flavors, you wake the tongue up. Acid and salt wake up the tongue. Mixing them makes the food feel alive. It feels sophisticated.
Okay, the science is clear. Now let us look at the specific examples from our sources. These combinations sound very strange. Listener, prepare yourself. Let us start with a dessert. Balsamic vinegar on ice cream.
This is a classic trick. It sounds wrong, but it is brilliant.
Wait, putting vinegar on ice cream sounds like a mistake you make in the dark. Balsamic vinegar is a dark, sour liquid. You put it on salad. Ice cream is sweet and freezing cold.
Huh, I know. Sounds crazy. But Italians have done this for a long time. The secret is using high-quality vinegar, thick, dark vinegar.
Okay.
You pour this over sweet vanilla gelato, which is Italian ice cream. The ice cream is sweet fat. The vinegar is sharp acid. The vinegar cuts the sugar and makes it rich. You can also add crunchy walnuts on top. Be brave and try it.
I might try it, but let us look at one that is less fancy. Cheetos and honey.
Oh, this is a secret from professional chefs.
Right. Cheetos are a cheap, salty, crunchy cheese snack. Honey is smooth and very sweet. You put the sweet honey on the salty Cheetos. It sounds crazy, but it works.
It really does. The extreme salt wakes up the tongue, the sweet honey calms it down, and the wet honey coats the dry crunch of the Cheeto. It is a very fun mix.
Here's a classic mix. Peanut butter and bacon.
Ah, yes.
Salty, crispy bacon on warm toast with smooth, sweet peanut butter.
This works because of the fat. And the extreme salt of the bacon cuts the sweetness of the peanut butter. The loud crunch saves the tongue from the smooth peanut paste.
That sounds like a lot of energy. What about fast food? Dipping French fries in a vanilla milkshake.
The ultimate sweet and salty fast food mix.
You take a hot, oily, salty potato fry, you push it into freezing cold, sweet vanilla milk. It is a shock to the brain. Hot and cold, salt and sugar at the exact same moment.
Your brain is confused but very happy. The tongue never gets tired.
I do that one all the time. Okay, here is a strong one. Blue cheese and baked sweet potato.
For people who love big flavors.
A sweet potato is hot and naturally very sweet. Blue cheese is a strong, smelly, salty cheese with blue mold. You put the melting blue cheese into the hot sweet potato.
Blue cheese is often too strong alone. It hurts the tongue. It needs help. The sweet potato acts like a warm blanket. It calms the angry cheese.
A warm blanket for the angry cheese. I love that. Okay, our last one. Olive oil on vanilla ice cream.
This relies on fat.
Using real, rich olive oil over sweet vanilla. Olive oil is a green plant fat. It tastes a little spicy.
When you mix the liquid plant fat with the cold animal fat of the ice cream, the texture becomes incredibly smooth, like silk. And you can add a tiny bit of salt on top to wake up the tongue.
Wow. We have traveled a long way from plain garlic butter noodles.
We really have.
It is time to review the simple lessons of the day. First, food helps us remember our childhood. The smells connect to our brain in a primal way. Second, batch cooking saves us money and gives our minds a rest. We do not need to order expensive delivery.
Exactly.
And third, being brave in the kitchen lets us find amazing new flavors. The tongue gets bored, so mix sweet and salty.
That is right. And I want to speak directly to you, the listener. Today, go into your kitchen, look at your food, and maybe try mixing two things you have never mixed before. Be brave. You might discover something amazing.
Go make a weird snack. Well, that is all the time we have today, but I want to end with a fun question for you to think about after the deep dive is over.
What is the question?
If you could only eat one weird food combination from your childhood for the rest of your life, what would it be? And would you spend hours cooking it from scratch, or would you just hope a restaurant delivers it? Think about it. Thanks for listening, everyone.